Hello, beautiful bastards. The name is Wolf, and welcome to Necrosmith 2. Much like the dead in this game, the game is back. It is a relatively short demo, but it caught my eye because it had the tower defense tag, and I'm not sure if this game classes as a tower defense. I mean, you're definitely defending a tower, but that is neither here nor there. A lot of things still locked, sadly, unavailable in the demo, but I was able to pick up a cat bed, which is a nice little spell that allows you to pick up some resources automatically. Little Tesla coil for some lightning, some meteorites. And there's some stuff down here that does not seem to function just yet. Looks like it might be some catalog of all the body parts you might use, which is kind of cool. Because this game is all about defending the tower. And as you can see, there will be future islands and lands that you can, well, conquer, so to speak. But right now, it's only this particular starter land. And as you can see in the background as well, there's a giant colossi right there. Kind of a patchwork of all kinds of bodies. And that's kind of the wonder of this game. As you can see on the left, we have our little pentagram summoning circle, our minimap to the right, a timer at the top right here, which means at 10 minutes the boss will arrive and you have to defend against it. We have some spells in the top right. As you can see, we have the cat, the lightning, and the meteor. You unlock those by using gold, which you can get through the game itself. But the real meat of the game, I suppose I should say the real bone of the game, is of course the summoning. Right now you start off with some very basic parts. So let's just get a skeleton head, a skeleton body. Let's give them one wizard, one shield, and then we'll also throw in a double leg. There you go. And then we'll use that as a defensive for the tower, as well as summoning another one, which we'll then use to discover the rest of the world. When you summon them, you have to essentially assign a command to them, and then the AI kind of goes from there. We are releasing them at our tower. So we have one set to discovering resources, one to defend. And that's kind of what's going to happen right now. You can, however, take control of them somewhat manually or readjust their commands, which is kind of nice. Or save a really good recipe if you like it, which is kind of cool. But perhaps more useful once you are becoming more overwhelmed with parts. We also have this super giant we can summon, which is definitely what I want to do. I am a big fan of the ranged option. Very, very strong. I might actually just try the melee for a change. Just give him a melee harm, just a little bit. As you can see, it requires a lot of juice and a lot of bone parts. And bone parts you do by sacrificing the bone parts you have. We need to sacrifice 25 to summon the giant, like some real bone version of the Titan. I imagine that there will be meat versions as well, so you might be able to summon your actual Attack on Titans. But yes, right now there's only one big recipe in the game, and that has to do with, well, as you can see, the bones. So no fleshy boys yet. All right, so as you can see, he's going to carry on resource gathering, and we have one defense boy holding the line for when that becomes more relevant. Now, we gather the resources automatically, basically, or we summon a cat that does it for us, which is kind of cool. And thus, we also gain all kinds of different parts. We actually got a lizard. That is one of my favorite pieces. Orc. All right, we have a little bit of an agglomeration right here. But we definitely need a few more parts. I'm going to go and see if I can go with more of a fleshy aspect, and we'll go from there. As they are exploring, I'm actually going to... Can I make a hybrid? No, I need another leg, because I do not wish to use my good leg on that. Lizards have built-in regeneration and the ability to move through water, which is nice. So, we'll just play it safe. We do have some spells we can perhaps use to bombard these buildings. And when you occasionally kill a building, you have the ability to get blueprints. Blueprints require stone. At the top left, you can see a stone thing, which is also things you just, resources you gather. But if we build it, blood-soaked bone body parts add +3 HP. And then we also have the ability to get more bone parts. So perhaps it'd be wiser if we indulge in bone boys. Ooh, orc skeleton arm with a shield. That is not too shabby. Ooh, orc skeleton arm with an axe. Also not shabby. We have an attack here. As you can see, we have a bunch of flyers and a bunch of weird tentacle things. And we do have a defender. So as they reach the tower, he's going to engage automatically. And as you can see, not a whole lot of damage because it was the basic guy. And he's being attacked from both sides, but he's able to handle it. You know, he's a big magic skeleton. A proper lich. I, however, am going to go with skeleton, yep. And then I'm going to add the orc skeleton head. I'm going to add a orc skeleton body with armor. And then I'm going to throw in... I'm going to add some orc legs. Just some weird orc legs right there. And I'm going to use that to collect resources as well. Revive. Send it. Perfect. There we go. He's actually helping a little bit at the tower as well since he is in attack range. But now that he is free from killing, he should start gathering the resources that are nearest to him. I go. Another bone. Very good. We're getting some additional fleshy parts, which is very, very lovely. I actually don't want to spend more on bones for the very obvious reason that I want to be able to summon the big guy. Let's see how far we get if we use all our bone parts. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close. 17 out of 25. But we also need a bunch of juice still. We do have a somewhat fleshy boy that we maybe could use for an offensive attack. Like maybe start attacking some layers, get some more blueprints. Could be good. An orc leg. All right. Give me another orc leg and a body and I will summon... Oh, I should not use that. I should use it for the actual recipe. But yes, it is pretty much... It plays very much like an idler, if that makes any sense. It's a little short for like an idler. Ooh, bring 2 skeleton zombie parts at nightfall. That might be very good for just generalized juice. We do have a little bit of that with several upgrades as well. If you want to dedicate yourself to the zombie life. All right, more bones. Let's clean up the inventory. Very good. 2025. I'm waiting for another orc leg or a bunch of amphibian parts. That would be really, really good. As far as I can tell, though, there doesn't seem to be like a means of like improving the speed of the game. So you're really just tied to the continuous passage of time, which is fine. You can pause and start doing things if you want to be really careful for that. When a player kills one of their creatures, the rest gets 5+ HP. In order for that to take effect, you will need to equip it before the next session. Oh, so you can get artifacts. Maybe that's what the bottom was of the tower. That's very cool. So kind of like ways to adjust your particular playstyle. Ooh, we have an amphibian, a lizardman head, basically. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to get the lizard head, which gives us regen and the ability to move through water. We're going to use 1 leg. We'll use 2 orc axes. Realize we have no body. And then skip the plan. We're not going to do that. We're going to use the rest of the bones right here. There you go. Very good. Yeah, as every body part has a bunch of stats, so you can kind of mix and match. Although I do believe that there are definite just raw upgrades. And then it really depends on what buildings you have that may be beneficial, or perhaps even the artifacts and such. But we do have an orc body right here. So, orc body, orc head, double axe, and then realize we have still no leg. That's fine. We're just going to use an orc leg, and then we're going to use an orc leg with a boot. So he's kind of like a... Yeah, he needs to see a doctor, basically. We're going to go attack, revive, release. Go. Alright, so he's going to attack and help as well, since we released that at the time. As you can see, those throwing axes are really good. Big fan. Let's actually use the cats to pick up some of the resources. Nitroglycerin. Another artifact. But a powerful explosion deals enormous damage to nearby enemies, but the artifact has a 10% HP debuff when equipped. Ooh, okay. Problematic. Ooh, look at that. Lizard man with body armor. So we have a head, we have a body, we have a leg. We might be able to make a lizard boy rather sooner than later. Let me actually make a giant first as well while we're at it. Let me actually get rid of all these skeletons. Let's get rid of the orcs parts, which gives us enough to summon the big boy, the Titan. There he is. And you can't really control Titans. They will just roam, and they will try to join the battle when possible. You can also summon through these portals you can find, so you don't have to always be nearby. So I never seen the axe thrower be used. So it's just this giant AoE within melee range. Okay, pretty good. I think I prefer the continuous range attacks. I think I slightly prefer those, if I have to be honest. Alright, we do have the means to just summon and to keep summoning those skeleton boys. Not a problem. We just have to reset the recipe. So let's actually do 2 throwers, body. There you go, there you go. And then we can just start saving up the skeletons. Very good, very lovely. I do have some spells active. Let's see if there are some problems in Paradise. Not that I can particularly tell. Oh, there's some stuff down here. There you go, nuke it. Don't have a meteor just yet. Hopefully soon. There it is. So we'll throw that. As you can see, tower done. Lairs can be taken out very quickly, and lairs spawn enemies, so very easy to protect yourself like that. Maybe I should have spawned like a bunch of skeletons. I think that's the wisest choice. Use a bunch of units to just start gathering, right? Because there's a lot of resources on the map kind of just sitting there doing nothing because we don't have a cat that's on cooldown. Because we have a cat that's on cooldown. And our lair boys are not actually doing what we expect him to do. All bone body parts cost 1 mana when revived and when burned. Okay. Curious. There you go. We have another fight going on. Let me actually see if I can just... we have orc skeleton arms. Now we're just going to try to sacrifice these right here. Perfect. Get some more juice. Right-clicking gives us the mana if we don't want to automatically pick it up. Let's get the cat. Look at his go. He can get killed, as you can see. Or at least his duration runs out. I believe if he takes damage, it also facilitates some of that stuff, which is unfortunate. Ooh, look at the amount of stuff we just got. That might be very lovely. First, let's take a look at all the skeleton pieces. Very good. And then we have an Ophidian body. We have 2 legs. We have... oh, it's an orc arm. You know what? It's fine. Orc arm is fine. Let's attack lairs. Go. We'll use you on the skeleton, on the portal right here, so you summon there. Also, we're going to use him to actually switch to attacking lairs. I confused the attack enemies with attack lairs option. As you can see, we can't really control the big boys. We can't give them a solid command or anything. Regrettably, it is what it is. Ooh, lizard man with a disc. Discs are very good. It's a very strong range attack. Bring 2 orcs and orc skeleton body parts at nightfall. That's really nice. 15, let's build that. I like orc parts. Orc parts have good regen. So they don't have to fight to actually get that vampirism. They can just regen, which is very, very nice. Unless they're fighting very dense groups, of course, then the vampirism might overtake. But having that said, as you can see right here, our creation is doing work. Double axis. It's the full orc man with the orc skeleton leg. And as you can see, he is just tanking the damage. He's getting some help here as well from our wizard, from our beloved wizard. It looks like the entire party is coming now, including our lizard, who is not a wizard, unlike our wizard, who is a lizard. All right, very good. We have a couple of minutes left. Getting some more pieces to the puzzle right here. Let's actually see if we can make it to a second one. I think we might be able to. Zombie leg. We are going to be able to. We're going to need a lot more juice as well. Let's get the cat out. I sadly cannot summon the cat on different portals for some reason. I was hoping that would be possible, but alas, it is what it is. Right. Let's get the final pieces right here. 2 more, and then we have a good time. We have a double disc lizard coming out soon. That would be really nice. That would be really good. Oh, he has a double lizard hat. Let's actually sacrifice one of them because they're quite powerful, and they will give us a bunch of juice. Look at that. 1 regen, reasonable view, good health, and the ability to move through water. Very good. All right, another skeleton. So we have the legs. Yeah, it's 25. We just need enough juice. Let's just sacrifice until we have 100. Time continues. All right, sacrifice until we have 100, which is what we have right now because it was nighttime. Didn't have to do that. So let's just revive the big boy. All right, we can release him wherever we want. So let's release him at a portal. Very good. So we have one over here. We have one down here. As you can see, it's a continuous barrage of the AoE attacks, which I think is really, really good. 1 minute 40 seconds until the boss arrives and tries to ruin us. Ooh, an amphibian body. How close do we have to a proper lizard? We're actually quite close. Look at that. This is actually quite incredible. Yeah, this is really nice. All right, I'm just going to go and revive that, I think. Yes, revive. Let's get enough mana. There it is. Let's give him the ability to attack. Revive. Let's choose a portal. Maybe a little down there. This is a full lizard boy. That is incredible. He's going to be able to move through water. He's going to have massive regen. It's going to be really, really nice. It's going to be really good. All right, zombie head. All right. I think we're going to need to bring some of our boys back so they can fight the enemy. Only 40 seconds left. Yeah, let's actually go back to the tower. Let's go back to the tower. I do like the fact that the orders are color-coded, which is very, very lovely. Our resource gatherers go to the tower. Everybody go to the tower. Ooh, he's very far up. Very far up. My. He's like fighting humans at this point. Or are these the fairies? No, these are humans. I think these are humans. Give or take. Give or take. Lightning catcher. Oh, now you give me the flesh discount. I see you. I see you. I'm actually going to upgrade the orc burial mound. Very good. Anything that is not orc or bone or amphibian perhaps should take a leave of absence. All right, double melee. I don't think we're going to make it because we only have a couple of seconds left, but yeah, we're definitely not going to make it. Everybody's coming back, but now the boss will spawn. There it is. So as you can see, our big boys are very far away, which is a bit of a problem, but they are going to our base. So hopefully we can just hold what we have over here. In the meantime, I think I'm going to take control. I'm going to go for attack mode. Go. And let's see if he can just kind of hold by himself. Look at how much damage he takes from the just being there. That was my strongest non-giant unit. Lizardman with armor and bomb. Unfortunately, this is the problem I think the game has. If you want to win the game, you're going to have to sit on enough skeletons, which we currently don't have, so that we may, well, tank all the good stuff right here. Now, our boy is on the way, but he's too far. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. We're just going to take massive damage. There's also not like a spell. Well, I can do this. I can try to maybe zap him, but there's no tanking, right? Look how much damage we take from this creature being very close to us. So that's kind of the problem in this game right now. But we did find these artifacts. So if you want to beat the demo right now, you just want to sit on a revival. You can summon one, you can even summon two if you're lucky, but then you just want to sit on a revival as the timer gets close, and then as the boss spawns, you summon the big guy and they will automatically engage, which is very lovely. So yeah, it looks like it's a bit of a catalog right here, which allows us to maybe, yes, you can see that you can actually add the artifacts on it, which is very good. And you can have multiple active in the future, but it looks like right now it just seems that we have the nitroglycerin bottle. When a creature dies, a powerful explosion deals enormous damage to nearby enemies, but the artifact is a 10% or minus 10 HP debuff when equipped. So this is like a Zerg tactic. You just get a bunch of units out, they run at the enemy, they explode, terrible things happen. Very good. And then we have the Blood Priest Mask. When a player kills one of their creatures, the rest gets plus 5 HP. Which is interesting, because that means you can use all the cheap parts if you have like a really good unit and just keep buffing them indefinitely, supposedly. That might be really, really nice if you have like a, let's say, a perfect amphibian with some range attacks, maybe. That would be really, really cool. I like stuff like that. But yes, it is a fairly short demo because, as I said, there's nothing really unlocked yet. I have beaten this land before, did not unlock anything else. But yes, it is a tower defense in the sense that you have to defend a tower. I did play the first one, which was, I believe I've played the first one quite a bit, which was kind of interesting. It reminds me very much of other games that I've played before. Although the mechanic of like being able to build things is very reminiscent of Iratus and such, but that's neither here nor there. Necrosmith, check it out. It's in the description box below the demo. It's fairly light, so you can just hit it and quit it if you want to. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Take care. And I am out.